clear to the finish line. Good run coming. Hurry, hurry. I mean the horsey.
This bombshell beauty right here can ride like the wind. She got one more to go.
A new leader with a 17.33.
Well, long time no see. Welcome to Barrel Racer Life. My name's Maddi Stoltman. It's been a while. Life's taken over. It's one of those things. But I'm back to show you guys all about the ruby buckle. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The buckle events, the ruby and the pink buckle, are my favorite events by far. They're so well run and there's so much money to be won. It's one of those things that both of them are kind of far from me, but absolutely worth the drive. So I'm going to show you guys all about how my time in Utah was at the Ruby Buckle West. Do you ever have so much to do that you just don't want to do anything? That's where I'm at right now. Trying to leave early tomorrow morning to head to the Ruby Buckle in Utah, and I'm mostly packed, which is unusual for me. So that's a good thing. I have more to do, including a little bit of food prep. I'm not gonna have time to prep as much as I want, so there's gonna be more packaged food and cut up vegetables this week than I like usually, but it is what it is. I'm also waiting on my saddle to be delivered back tomorrow. I had to send it in to Martin, and it got sent back to me a little later than I anticipated, but it looks like it's gonna be here tomorrow, and thankfully FedEx tends to bring deliveries to us in the morning, so I'm hoping it's here before noon so that I can get on the road and go drive for 9 hours. I had this idea that I would show you guys what I do with my horses before we go to a big barrel race like this, and kind of the prep work the day before we leave. But it was so freaking windy that we had wind warnings. I feel like I was going to blow off my horse the whole time, and one of the barrels actually blew away as I was trotting towards it, so this was not going to happen. The wind's not going to stop us. Well, it's 10 to 5. My saddle finally showed up. Oh my gosh, FedEx has been coming to our house before noon. The last, 10 times I've ordered dog food, but today it didn't come till 4:30, so I was ready to roll, but a little later than anticipated. Probably only go halfway tonight. All right. Oh my God, I sound terrible. Got in, by the time I got into the trailer and into bed, it was almost 2 a.m. Woke up at 6 and having my coffee, and then gonna hit the road again. Stayed in Glens Ferry, Idaho. There's a great fairgrounds here if you ever need one passing through here. And it's cheap, $10 per horse per night, so that's nice. And right off the freeway, also good. So anyway, having my coffee, trying to come back to life, and then we'll hit the road so we can get there in time for boss's time only today. Holy crap, we made it. I've had 2 coffees and an energy drink before 9 a.m. this morning, so there's that. But taking a minute in the trailer, I'm here early enough. You need to be checked in before you can do your time onlys. They have the Derby time onlys first, and then they do the Futurity time onlys after. Open time onlys are later in the week, so I'm just kind of hanging out for a few minutes. I'm gonna get my horses and go probably ride around just to stretch their legs a little bit. I have to say, Cody fixed the air conditioner in my trailer, and thank God that he did, because it's 95 degrees outside already and it's noon, so it's gonna be a hot week. By how calm he is now, you wouldn't know that Boss was just running hot laps around the fairgrounds with kick chains on his back legs. Thankfully, someone caught him and put him in a stall. So, that gave me a heart attack.
Duck that, or actually by That's a Frenchman. Duck the Judge is the dam, and she's by Judge Cash. $17-0.
We stayed at the Best Horse Motel. It was actually just across the road, owned by the nicest people, and the horses had bigger stalls with runouts, so I think they were really happy there.
Well, good morning. Boss had a great first run yesterday. I was really happy with that. I've been taking him to a trail near our house and breezing him because Boss is on the lazier side, which is different for me from the horses I tend to ride. And in the last probably 6 weeks, I've been asking him, maybe 2 months, I've been asking him for a little more speed. He's made really, really good runs, very consistent. I've kind of just let him come along at his own pace. And I've got to the point with him now where I'm like, okay, let's kick it up a notch. I've encouraged him to go a little faster, and even with me kicking and smooching and stuff, he just doesn't really want to run. So I took him to the trail a few times and breezed him. The first time he was really confused with what we were doing. The second time he was actually kind of excited to go. And then I made a few runs after that, and they were a little wild, which is sort of what happens with these young horses when, you know, you kind of want to put a little more speed in. Sometimes the wheels fall off, so you got to kind of bring it back. So my goal for the Ruby Buckle, especially my first run, I thought, okay, I've had a couple wild runs, let's go make a nice smooth one, and hopefully that will be a good thing. And that's what we did yesterday. So he still felt to me like he tried harder than he has been in the past. And we were about a second off, so that's not terrible. And I thought he did great. Everything I've been working on was really good. He really just made a nice, beautiful run, and I was really happy with that. This is the biggest show he's been to, and yeah, he did great. So today I'm excited to get to go do it again. We're not going to run till like 5:30 p.m. tonight, so I've got all day. So I'm going to go find a gym, take Dally for a walk, do some work on my computer for the day, and then we'll run this evening. The best hay money can buy, a full grain bucket, and he wants to pick hay out of the poop bin. Yeah, you get bonus points. He won't go to the bathroom in the stall, but he poops out there in a pile. Yeah. Thank you for that, that's nice.
Running round number one.
Wayne and Kim Smith, Touchette, Washington. They are the breeders. Maddi Stoltman, Ellensburg, Washington, is on board and owns this horse. Duck Dat, 2019 Gray Gelding by That's a Frenchman. Out of Duck the Judge, who's by Judge Cash, the NFR producer. 16,542, 1/6.
Good job, buddy. It's the best guy. He did so good. He's a good boy.
Boss had a good solid run for round one. I was really happy with him running a 17.0. And then I wanted to be faster day two, and I thought we're going to be a 16. I kind of anticipated maybe, you know, a high 16, and he blew me away and ran a 16.5. He actually placed in the 1D of the Futurity on that round two, and he placed in the 2D Futurity average. He brought home about $5,000, so that was really awesome. I cried happy tears, was so freaking excited. He just did really, really well. That was his first big barrel race to that extent, and he just handled it all really great and showed awesome. So I was really happy with that and pretty excited to get to bring home some good money too.
You want to speak? Be loud and free.
Stoltman, 7 all be ready on that. It's all in 107 to be a turnout. We'll finish up this drag on the McHale sites. Go off in Utah. 7-12 with the
Last year when I ran here with Claude, he ran 2 16.5s back-to-back, and I kind of anticipated the same from him this year because he is really consistent and is kind of the same run every time kind of guy. That said, we ran a 17.0 day 1, and then day 2 a 16.7 with the tip barrel, which just broke my heart. I honestly think he was tired. So like I'd said, it was, it's been a hot week there all week, and we were there way earlier than usual for his run anyways. Usually I show up the day before I run and then get out as soon as possible. But he was there all week with me, going back and forth to the arena and doing all that, and I just felt like he was tired. But I have no complaints. He tries hard for me every time, and it just wasn't his turn to win this time around. So him and I didn't come home with any money, but I'm still so grateful for that horse and how hard he tries for me every time.
Why is it that the last few hours of a long drive feel like the longest? 2 hours to home. I've been listening to podcasts the whole time, so the time's going by, but I am ready to be out of the truck.
Well, that's a wrap on the Ruby Buckle week. It was a long, hot, exhausting week, but lots of fun. I always love those events. It was great to see old friends I haven't seen for a while and get to just spend some time with my horses, and it was a great time. Came home with some money in our pockets, which I'm always grateful for, and grateful for the try with my horses. It was just amazing, but my favorite part of these weekends is coming home. The older I get, the more I like to come home and spend time here. So grateful for it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.